Honey, come here. No, right here. Over here. You'll have plenty of time to get to them. Right there. All right, we are live. We are live. I've got the river rat Brat with me. Miss Koda right there. Koda, wave at him. Say hey. She's already got 3 out of 4 of her rods baited up. I got to bait the other one. Then I got to start baiting my lines up. So you guys gonna have to give me a little time. We're running behind. Uh, she's got three lines in right now, so she is fishing. I want to get another rod baited up for her. Are those 2 lines crossed right there, Koda? The last 2 I threw out. They look like it. We'll find out when the fish gets on there. I'll come back and say hi to you guys for a minute. I've got to bait up 1, 2, 3, 4 rods, and I've got 2 more that I've got to rig up. But we can do that while we're talking. Let me get some bait out here. Let's get this thing going. So keep an eye on those rods now. So you don't know what you're doing. All right, see how it's flat. You got to get that out. The last one, go like. All right. You see here? Black road across that field. Your stuff. So slack out there. That's all. Let me cut up some. All right, let me see who all's in here. Oh, Koda, your Mad Cat's rod. Go, go, go. Hold on, wait. Take the slack up a little bit. Go the slack up. Wait for it. Reel down on it, reel down on it, reel down on it. Pick it up, 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 pick it up. Can you get it down there? Don't let him pull it out of your hand. I'll be right back. On your brand new Mad Cat's rod. Is he still on there? Working, girl, working. Don't let him take it. Oh, it's a freaking drum. So your first fish on the Mad Cat's rod. Put it in the rod holder. I know it. Let's go here to the camera real quick. Huh? All right, here you go. Come over to the camera. That is not what we were looking for. Her very first fish on the Mad Cat's rod, right there, honey, is going to be a freaking drum. That's her first time of that rod hitting the Mississippi River since she got it. And you got a drum. But man, he slammed it, didn't he? Yeah. All right, now put this loop through your hand. All right, now I got it. Now go down to the water's edge and you open, spread these apart and turn him loose. Let's get a clean release on him there. Don't let go of that loop. He'll take off with your, he'll be all right. It's a drum anyway. But right off the bat, we got a little action going on. He'll be fine. You pulled him up out of the deep water, so he's kind of traumatized right now. All right. Not what we're looking for. All right, let's back up and say hi to folks. And then I've got to, I tell you what, let me read. That thing bit strawberry Asian carp. That's what he hit on. We had strawberry Asian carp on there. Strawberry jello Asian carp. And the drum ate it. Go figure. Let me get a rod out for her. I want to make sure her rods are all out. I still got more of mine to rig up, but I want to keep all her rods in the water. Good job on that. You saw that rod bending and you went for it. You want strawberry carp on there? Okay, we'll do strawberry carp again. Oh, good piece. There we go. Or did we have oh, we had skipjack on that. We had skipjack on that. Let's put skipjack back on. Yeah, we had a big chunk of skipjack on there. So we're going to make that back up. That's your first fish on your Mad Cat. It's fun, though, wasn't it? Hold it. Come get the slack out of this white rod right here. Look. You got a lot of slack in that rod. No, right here, right here, right here. All right, maybe I can get up here and say hi to everybody now. Let's see. Good God, I've missed a lot of y'all. Let's see. Oh, good Lord, y'all's busy. How many we got? 36 people in here. All right, all right. Man, it's going to take me forever to get caught up on this, guys. Gotta keep an eye on them rods. I got to talk to these people. Okay, starting off. My God, it's been going for a while. NJ, my brother, he's in here. I knew he would be. Martin, my brother from across the pond. What's going on, Martin? Melissa, hey, sis. Steve Ransom, welcome in. PB Paul Boyd, what's going on? Rowdy Royal, hello, hello. Tim Molina. Oh, man, he's cool. That's one cool cat, old Tim Molina. I like him. He probably left already, so I can say that. I'm scrolling. Jason Lamb, what's up, Jason? Fishing with Steve Mosley, hello. If I skip through here and miss one of y'all, I apologize because I'm trying to get this kid going over here. And I'm not going to read much of your stuff here for a minute. I'm probably break somebody up. Going to be a graduation pretty soon, so I'll have to watch and get some fish. Okay, brother. Well, I'm glad we caught a drum for you. That one was for you, NJ, straight from Koda, the river rat Brat. She's gonna donate that fish to NJ Fishing Maniac 922 Crappie Barbecue. What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're watching my rods too, right? I've only got 3 out. I've got 2 more I got to rig up. Yeah. And you'll have to keep an eye on them here in a minute because I got to run up and get our water jug and your snacks and all that. It is a trip. JG Hill, what's up, my brother? I may flip this camera where. Hey, there's Becca Mudtramp on here, Koda. Her hero. She loves Becca Mudtramp, man. Becca is her hero, man. And she first fish on her brand new Mad Catch rod is a freaking drum. We had Skipjack on there. He bit Skipjack. Uh-oh, that black rod, keeping out the big long black one, it just got bumped. So keep an eye on it. I think we're going to be in a lot of drum today, guys. I really do. But we're going to fish anyway. Oh, I'm trying to get through here, guys, as fast as I can. I want to get to the bottom. And then I got to turn around. Wayne Uska, what's up? Good afternoon to you. The River Rats show will start at 5 o'clock Central in approximately 3 hours and 45 minutes. We'll be joined by the rest of the guys. I know Creole's been getting on some fish today already, but they are chewed up. So they are definitely on the spawn down there. Damn River Boys, what's up? Old Boy Outdoors. How you doing, old boy? I haven't seen you in a little while. I met him at CatCon last February, and he is a great guy. If you get a chance to check out Old Boy Outdoors, check out his channel. He is one cool cat, man. Steve Locke, 760. What's up, Steve? Up in the air, Aaron, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. We are going to be, man, we are fishing in some tough conditions today because we are full on spawn. This river is down so freaking low. It is crazy. Man, there's a sandbar that runs on the Kentucky side that you never see. And it's exposed for about 8 miles all the way up the bank. And normally you don't see that. We still aren't quite as low as we got last year, but we're getting there. Pontoon Jody catfishing, my sister from another mister. What's going on? Yeah, I'm fixing to run up and get her snacks. Chucky, what's going on, Chucky? Good to see you. I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody. I'm trying to get through this, man. I'm just going through. I'm fixing to just jump ahead. Hooks and hammocks in the house. You guys, I will be dropping the link here shortly. If anybody's out fishing, matter of fact, let me, man, I'm just going to jump to the bottom Let's say hi, everybody. Um, and let me get a link up here. Let me get this camera a little bit more. I want to get that more leveled out. Let's see, guests. Invite guests. Copy. More. Post comment. Paste. Add to chat. Work, you stupid thing. There it goes. There's a link. Anybody, everybody, whoever wants to come up, I don't care. Just hop on up with us. I'm going to run up to the truck here in just a minute. I'm going to make sure she's got plenty of cold water to drink today and some Gatorades. She's got her bologna sandwiches with her. Good Lord, bologna sandwiches. I still got 2 rods I've got to put rigs on. Okay. Yeah, you were getting hit on that 13-foot rod a while ago, so let's keep an eye on that for sure. You did real good on that first fish on your new Mad Cat, so, but you ain't winning no money for a drum. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And we forgot to look up the freaking Mad Cat's code. Dadgummit. If we do get on a big fish, we'll have to have somebody look that up for us here in a little while. You ain't bugs after you or anything? Not really. I need to get these 2 Uncle Lou rods rigged up and get them out there, like now. But before I do that, I'm gonna go up and grab her water. I'm gonna grab her water so she doesn't dehydrate, and grab her snacks. Koda's gonna keep an eye on the rods. You guys, I'll be right up the hill right there, and I'll be right back. All right, you got everything? All right, keep an eye on it. I'm gonna move the water. You can hear you. You gotta wait. Do what? On which one? You got slack in it. Reel that slack up. When you see them hit it and they drop slack, get the slack out of it. All right. Yeah, just take the slack out real soft. Don't pull against him. Here's all your chips and stuff. Okay. Well, cool, man. All right, I gotta have water right off the bat. Don't lose your cup. That's the one I brought for you. Which one's yours? That one's yours. Yeah. You got Gatorades in here too. Oh, I was thirsty. All right. Still got work to do. Okay. Small water charters. What's up, John? Good to see you. I think once I get this situated, I'm going to flip the camera where it's pointing toward the rods and her. And I'll jump back behind it. That way I can look this way and keep an eye on everything. And talk to you guys too. You got 2 rods getting a bite? Which 2? Mad Cat's and the big black one. The 13-footer and the Mad Cats. Okay. Well, you've got live bluegill on the 13-foot rod, and you've got skipjack on the Mad Cats. So, we'll see what happens. One of them rods has got slack dropped in it. I think it's that 13-footer. It's got a little bit of slack in it. Go ahead and tighten it up. But keep an eye on your rod tip. If you start pulling and the rod tip starts bending, stop reeling on it. Just tighten it up a little bit, a little more. There you go, right there. That's good. They don't tell them what you got in after right there. You're in a weird spot. Oh, God, Lord. I still got 2 rods to rig up. I think I will flip this camera though, where I can over here and see. Downtown Ernie Brown, what's up? Beans being watermelon. Don R, what's up, my brother? Yeah, I'm gonna have to flip this camera where I got some in the basement. Dadgummit. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. I didn't pay attention.
I was about to suffocate down there.
Still there?
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, I need
NJ,
help. I'm trying to take care of her, get rods rigged up, make sure she's got water running, she's getting bites. I still got 2 more Uncle Lou rods to rig up and trying to keep up with chat too.
Yeah, I can help you out for a little bit. NJ said the code is 7787.
Is what?
The NJ said the code is 7787.
7727?
87.
She heard it over. I was sitting right here, can't hear it. She's over there and she's going 7787.
Well, put yourself on full screen.
Okay,
so
brother.
They can see the fishing.
Well, I sure appreciate the help.
I'll hang out here with you for a little bit.
The last thing we wanted to do was for her fish on her brand new Mad Cat's rod to be a drum. But you know what? She just wanted to catch a. She don't care. She wants a fish on that Mad Cat's rod. That's the first time it's been thrown in the water. And on the first cast, she hooked up on a fish. Yeah, it was a drum, but she got to catch something on her new Mad Cat's rod, so she's happy.
Well, my best friend, my bestest buddy in the whole wide world, Big Bill Veterans Catfishing's in here. Yak Shore has got a man crush on you. He said, "Hello, Danny, you beautiful man, you."
Well, you know what? He's kind of hot too. Uh-oh, my Mad Cats is getting bumped, Koda, right there in front of you. We're looking for a $500 payout, girl. We got 3 Mad Cat rods out. It's going to be tough to do during the spawn, but you know what? I've caught my biggest catfish during the spawn last year.
Melissa's telling Steve Ransom how to get chat to pop up on his TV, and I've tried everything. When I bring somebody up on my TV, either the chat shows up by itself or it ain't there at all. So
I didn't even know you could get chat on the TV.
Your little brother gone wild.
Welcome in. Good to see you. Well, we wanted to come out and do some grandpa and granddaughter time today before the River Rat show started.
Absolutely.
So we jumped up, got ready to come on over here. Quite early.
Yeah, NJ, we had some tough luck last night or this morning, however you want to look at it. But we had a good time. Becca said, Mr. Danny, I just sent you Mr. NJ's message about that code to your Facebook Messenger so you won't forget what he said.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, the river hasn't hit the low that it hit last year, but it's almost there.
Yeah, Danny, last night, that Midnight Madness tournament, with 3 minutes left, we had a total weight of 38.63, and Stan 3 had 30.95 with 3 minutes left. And he caught a fish. It was 11 pounds and beat us by 2.
You're kidding me. Oh, my God.
He beat us by 2 pounds with 3 minutes left. And while he was measuring his fish, we had a takedown on the Freddy rod. It was one of those takedowns we didn't see it. I heard it, and I turned around, and that rod was doubled over. And by the time I got over to grab the rod, it just went slack.
Crap. Well, you know, it may
So
be
if
a
we'd hooked
blessing.
up on that last one, it would have been real exciting.
Because I know that you and Telly weren't going to be able to fish the boat versus bank tournament.
Right.
Because you guys got to work. So you know what? I would tell everybody we took second place on purpose because we weren't going to be able to finish the tournament out. So we went ahead and let Stan go ahead and get that first place so that they would have somebody fishing against a bank angler.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Then I could come up with them. I'm telling you, I got all my bases are covered, brother.
Monty Sheets says, Danny, great job with Koda. She's going to enjoy these memories with Grandpa for many years to come.
She used to fish with me all the time, and she kind of got out of it. But you know, I talked her into going to the kids tournament last week, and man, it just relit the fire under her. But you know, especially winning and getting a brand new rod. We'll see how long it lasts. You know.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that.
Right now, she's all smiles and ready to go. She's a little upset with her grandma because she wanted me and her to stay out here all night, and Stacia put her foot down on that one. I don't think so.
What's up, Don R? 205 Wild Action. I don't know who all got called out or not, so I'm just going to call them as I see them. Don R, what? Tim Molina.
Hit them all because I missed a bunch of them. Or hit whoever you want. I don't care. Then these big old buffalo are just rolling their backs. The giant buffalo fish out there, when they come up, they just kind of pop their back out of the water and roll. Man, it almost looks like a school of dolphins out there.
Becca said Miss Koda was awesome, and I loved it. Catfishing for kids was a blast. Can't wait to see Miss Koda for Halloween one. Girl, you rock.
There you go. Koda really took a shine to Becca Mudtrap. She found her new hero right there. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, David Ogden? Yeah, Danny, we got done with that tournament last night, started heading back into Tanner's Creek to the boat ramp, and as soon as I turned into Tanner's Creek, all we could see were lights all the way up Tanner's Creek to the boat ramp. And in the parking lot, it looked like a big circle of lights. There was a bass tournament launching.
Oh,
The tournament ended at 5, and it was almost 7 by the time we pulled out of the parking lot. We had to sit and wait for all those bass fishermen to launch and get in that tournament. Size matters catfishing says, "What's up, Danny? How's the bite today, brother?"
well, we've caught a drum. But she just had to get out on the water today. I mean, she's been ready since last week. She's wanting to go to the Mississippi River, So I promised her we'd go today. And so we're gonna tough it out through the heat this afternoon, waiting on Jerry Parker and Richard and Creole to show up. They'll be here at 5. Richard, I think, is trying to put his boat in down there somewhere now. I'm not sure if he's made it there yet or not. But we're going to hang around and do the River Rat show with them. And then we'll probably, me and her will head out just right after dark.
What's up, Martin? Dave Bozarth. Fishing and Freedom says, "Danny, I'm going to come over early and see if I can launch. If not, I'll try to find a bank spot, maybe do some carp fishing."
But, man, I tell you what, there's plenty of bank. It's all down through here. Richard, you could probably get on some carp at that spot that we normally fish down there on the very end of the road. With that shallow water right now, these carp and buffalo, man, they're just going crazy right now.
What's up, Mike Turner? Danny Monty Sheets wants to know, do you ever target buffalo?
Oh, sometimes, but the buffalo around here, people, that is their favorite fish to eat. They love buffalo ribs. Buffalo ribs off of a buffalo fish. They're good. It's good white meat. Hey, do me a favor. Can you pick up that heavy tackle bag?
What's up, Mike Turner?
And bring it to me. It's heavy. Be careful. Don't step on it on glue rod. And then I need you to bring me that orange Uncle Lou rod right there, because I'm going to rig that up real quick. We should have weighed your drum a while ago. I know how much you love that drum. Yeah, we got to get more rods in the water. More hooks in the water, more chances for catching fish. So we'll get some stuff rigged up here.
Steve Ransom's telling me I'll need to lash 2 Uncle Lou rods together to make it long enough to cast out there like Black Betty. I'm not out there, Steve. I'm sitting in my dining room. Tim Molina said, "Don't mess with Danny on a buffalo."
No. If I wanted to start snagging them, I could sit here and just stack the bank full of them. Do you see that big fish roll right in front of you right there? Yeah. That was a good one.
Size Matters says he's heading to Flathead Island in 3 hours. I'm going to let the pleasure boaters clear out first. Hopefully I have some luck. Oh, good luck. I hope you kill them. Don R said, "Is that what you call a gopher? LOL, go for this, go for that."
Well, she's a fraction of my age, so it's a little easier on her.
Oh, no, Steve. Richard said he was going down there. Richard Cluck, Fishing and Freedom.
Oh, yeah. Man, I can't believe that drum. I mean, I had a big, giant chunk of skipjack on her Mad Catch rod. And there's no way that drum could get it in his mouth. He was just chewing on it and the hook found the hook. Or he was messing with it and found the hook because that chunk of skipjack was way bigger than his mouth. I'm seeing a lot of cotton picking gar out here too.
Is that a shot at Stephanie? Cotton picking gar?
I did not plan that. Do not stick my neck in that noose, please. But yeah, I've never really thought about that. You're awful. I'll tell you, the person there's two people that have more fun with that than anybody else, and that's Jerry Parker and Matt from Want to Be Outdoors. That girl is going to kill them.
Yeah. Becca said, Miss Koda, I love that girl. I'm a hat girl too, and you look awesome in them. Go team hats.
Becca's talking to you.
Bugman. Bugman's watching motocross. Yes, my first love.
Yeah, isn't it? Just unzip it and get what you want out of there. I can't remember what baits we got out. We got strawberry chicken, strawberry Asian carp, skipjack, live green sunfish, and we don't have any cut fish out, do we?
Better save some of that chicken for tomorrow.
Okay, well, I need to get some of those out then.
Yeah, Richard, Fishing Freedom, said, yep, Parker and Matt, they're both going to come up missing.
Oh, no doubt, dude. I'm telling you. Because there's too many times that they've, that they've come around within killing range of her. And it's going to backfire on them.
I'll be completely honest. I don't even know the story behind it. I just heard it so much that I know it's a thing.
Yeah. Well, it was one summer, real hot. You know, in the summertime, the hottest part, that's when the gar are most active.
Oh, yeah.
And her and Richard got out here one night, and man, they were just bombarded by those things. But she was lighting them up, buddy.
I've never caught one, and I don't want to.
Well, that's the thing. They're actually very hard to hook and get in. So, I mean, even though they mean it as an insult, you know, it's quite a feat to hook up that many gar and get them in because it's hard to do.
Your little brother gone wild says, I love my gar. Melissa said 49 watching, 39 likes. Smash it, y'all. Share it out.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Koda just noticed that Stacia wrote her name on her cup and covered it with flowers and hearts and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, she was standing in the yard looking like she was going to cry when we were pulling out of the yard. And I made Koda call her, or I didn't make her. Koda wanted to call her. And tell her, stop worrying so much. I'm with Papa. I'll be fine. She goes, why do you think I'm worried?
Well, when you get home, I'd like for you to ask Stacia why I didn't get a cup with my name and hearts on it when we were neighbors camping.
There you go. We'll fix that next trip that we're all together.
Mike Turner said, gar make good bait.
I've never used them.
Richard said, all right, Danny, going to head out. You and Koda tear them up. See you later.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be shark fishing here in a couple weeks. We'll be going to Florida and going after the shark. Yeah. You going to take your Mad Cat's rod to Florida? I guess. Oh, my God. That's going to be something right there.
Somebody asked earlier, I think it might have been Tim, if Black Betty was in retirement.
She's right there.
There she is.
She's right next to that Mad Cat's bolt. No, she's out there putting in work. Now she's got to prove something. You know, she's got to get on something. What? Huh? Betty's getting a bite? See, they're talking about her and they done got her worked up.
That's right. She's like, I'll show them, thinking I'm retired.
She goes, say my name, I dare you.
The little brother said, Koda is my idol. That girl can fish. Congrats on those new rods. Glad they started with a catch. Drum is a fish, so it beats a skunk.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, she the last video I think I got of her fishing, she was about 3 years old, and she was reeling in about a 10-pound channel cat and had her legs crossed, saying she had to pee.
Yeah, NJ, I've never had it myself, but I've heard a lot of people say freshwater drum is really good to eat. Just got a lot of bones in it.
We had a little breeze blowing through here. It's kind of keeping us cool, but it's died off on us.
We had a real heavy fog out there last night and just a little bit of breeze blowing it around. And our boat looked like we were in a thunderstorm by the time we were done last night. It was so wet.
Yeah, I watched, I think probably the first hour of it. And then I had to get to bed, but I just went ahead and let the stream running all night. I got up this morning, you guys were all gone. So I thought, well, I guess everybody's all right.
Yep. Melissa said, leaving you running on my TV so I can take outside work breaks and see what's happening. Go get them, Grandpa and Koda.
There you go. The Freddy rod, or which one are you talking about? Okay.
You're welcome, Melissa.
Yeah, she wanted to use the Freddy rod today, so she's got it out down there.
FOAcustomsandgear.com. Go get you some. Great little rods. Telly and I love suspended baits with those rods. There's Lloyd. He's just fishing UK. What's up, Lloyd? Martin.
Yeah, the river's already low enough now that they're letting the barges go through one at a time because there's not enough room for them to pass each other on this bend.
I do, NJ. That's why I say that like that. Every time I see Martin, that's what pops in my head. Martin from that TV show.
Yeah, from Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's what I think of every time I see Martin's name. I think we're going to take one of those live bluegill and cut it in half and put it on this rod, on this Uncle Lou. Because we ain't going to cut bluegill out there, fresh cut. So let me grab one of them and chop him in half real quick.
Chop him up. I just realized I made a whole pot of coffee and I haven't drank any yet. I wonder if my loving wife would go pour me a cup of coffee. Can you hear me, Danny?
I can't. Dakota can.
I'm just going to grab a cup of coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
David, I'll bring you one too. Tim, the dog did laugh at me, didn't she? Kelly probably did too.
I still got this Uncle Lou rod rigged up for when the kids were doing the kids tournament. It's got a 1/0 eagle claw on it. We got to get that off there. Yeah, because they were strictly chasing channel cats that day, so we downsized the hook drastically.
Lindsay says, "Hey, I got my stickers. They are so nice. Thanks again for doing the giveaway."
Now this is tonight's going to be episode 49 of the River Rat Show, and it's going to be on Jerry Parker's channel. Now, I mean, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do it next week. It will be the 50th episode of the Mississippi River Rats, and we're going to have some surprises for y'all.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Oh, these are good ones.
There's Greenwell Fishing. So what's up, Danny? Hello, Koda.
Hey, Mike. Mike Greenwell says hello, Koda. She's down there baking in the sun. Okay, let's go with. I think we'll put an Ernie the Hog Snatcher hook on this Uncle Lou rod.
Oh, and you know, I don't normally drink coffee at 3 in the afternoon, but it feels like 8 in the morning to me.
Oh, I bet. There's another one right there. Look. Did you bring all these turtles with you?
Hillbilly Moonshiners.
I don't have my shirt on.
You ain't got that turtle shirt on, do you?
No, I got my.
Okay.
922 Crappie Barbecue. 922 Crappie Barbecue says, "Dang, boss, I'm off work. Leave me alone. Ha ha ha. How many fish did I miss?"
One drum so far. But we're gonna get on them this afternoon, and when the rest of the guys show up, we'll get something going.
David Ogden is asking, "Is that an old boat ramp you're on, Danny?"
Nope, this is it's called revetment. It's concrete slabs with rebar going through them that they lay along the bank of the river to keep the bank from washing out. And it goes for miles like this. But it's actually sections of concrete with wire attaching them together, and they just roll it. Actually, when they come up with a barge, it's rolled up, and they unroll it and lay it out on the bank.
That's interesting.
And it is when the water's up and you're throwing your rods out here, that is some rig grabbing crap right there.
Tim Molina said, "Gramps forgot the umbrella."
Down, and you'd pick up enough tackle and gear to last you a year.
Tim Molina said Gramps forgot the umbrella.
Well, we started to bring it, but it took me and her both 3 trips each to get everything down here. And we did not want to add another trip to it.
Tim Molina said looks like Adobe bricks.
Looks like what?
Adobe bricks.
Yeah, but they're about I'm gonna say they're 1.5 feet wide by 3 feet long, and they're connected together by wire. And they lay that stuff for miles and miles and miles down this riverbank. But it is concrete revetment, is what they call it.
I think that would be interesting to actually watch them lay that out.
Yeah, they just pull up on the bank and they drive giant pins in the bank up high, and they tie off to that, and then they back the barge up and just let that stuff roll off, and it hits the water.
I see.
Lays out down through there. Yeah, they just back up, and as they back up, it unrolls off the barge and falls into the water. It's a pretty cool process. Well, we had a few bites when we first got here. She caught that drum right off the bat, and had a couple other rods that were bouncing and getting hit. It's one of them deals where you show up and get a quick bite, and then all of a sudden they just shut down.
Well, I know everybody struggled last night during that tournament. We were lucky enough to catch what we caught, and then Stan was right there with us. But everybody else struggled. I think Roy ended up with 19 pounds total. But it was a struggle bus last night for everybody, for sure.
Oh, the spawn is definitely on, no doubt about it. Creole caught a fish earlier that was 14 pounds, and it looked like you beat it up with a baseball bat. It actually had a big bite mark on its side, big U-shaped bite mark.
Oh.
A 14-pound fish, and whatever bit it covered half its body.
Oh, yeah.
So that was something big. It was a bigger catfish because you see the pad marks from the teeth or from the catfish. It's just where he chomped out on that fish. If you can bite a 14-pounder, get it in your mouth and shake it, you got to be a pretty good sized fish.
Steve, yeah, we had a lot of wind during the day yesterday, but once the night came in, it died down pretty good. We just had a breeze.
All right, I got the last rod ready to put out. I just got to decide what bait do we want to throw on. But don't forget, you got Gatorades in there too. Oh, you already drank one? Yeah. All right.
All right, Daniel, I got a dog going crazy, and I need to get started cutting grass, so I'm going to have to jump down and get some stuff going.
Well, brother, I appreciate any time I ever get to spend with you. You know that. So
I love you too,
for popping
buddy.
up for as long as you did.
Koda, show him how to catch some fish today.
She's caught the only fish so far. It's just the wrong one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you later. Bye, everybody in chat.
All right. Bye, brother. Thank you. And the dog said bye, too. Did you hear it? You know what? Let's throw that other half of that bluegill we cut in half on here and throw it out. Let's see if we can't get something on that. Let's try that. What? Oh, we want to go ahead and away from that. We'll take that 3-ounce off there. That's what they were using to catch channel cats. That's like a joke here. No 3-ounce. Get that off there right now. Let's go with a. See if I got a 5 in there. There's a 5. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to flip the camera and get behind it. I'm going to flip this camera around real quick. I can see chat. Give me just a second here. Try to get it somewhat organized. Where else am I going to do it here? Hold on, there we got it in there. Oh, Koda, guess who's here?
Hey, y'all.
You recognize that voice? Okay, hang on. Let me flip the camera.
Yeah, and then make sure you put me on. Put you on solo.
Okay, hon. There we go. More settings. Camera.
Hey there, Mr. Jimmy. How you doing? I can come up here for just a little bit. I can't stay a long time.
Well, we appreciate it.
Hey there, Miss Koda.
Well, she is really smitten with you. I mean, you've impressed her. That made that tournament so much more fun.
Don't embarrass her out there.
She don't get embarrassed by stuff like that now.
I'm telling you, I just love that girl. And look, she even dresses. I mean, like I said, I love that hat and the shirt matches and even the shoes match.
Yeah. Oh, she's pretty particular about her clothes.
Yeah. So I said that's right there. I mean, you out fishing and you just what is that? What's that old saying long time ago? Styling and profiling.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who sang that.
Is it your Mad Cat's rod? Did it just get bumped? I saw it. It got a little tug on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's keep an eye on that. We may turn that into something.
Let's
Yeah,
see
she was so happy when threw the rods out, and the very first rod to bend down and start going off was her brand new Mad Cat's rod, and she picked it up and it was fish on, and oh man, we were just like, oh, here we go, gonna get a big old catfish and pull it up and drum, and I'm sitting there going, oh man, it's just a drum. She goes, hey, it's a fish.
that is right there. As I said, that was just like the appetizer, that's just like the beginning. That's like
it's a break it in fish.
Exactly. You got to kind of break it in, kind of get the kinks out, that way it's all ready for those big old cats.
That's right.
Your little brother says, "Look at that laid back posture. She fishes." Exactly right. As I said, she has the look. She's got the skills.
Yep.
She's proven. I mean, not that anybody ever has to prove themselves, but yeah, boy, she can reel them in all right. We had such a blast during the catfishing for kids tournament that I can't wait for the Halloween one. I've already even started looking into costumes. And they're several months away. And there's one kid and his daddy. They said that when they're out on the boat, I think they said they're even going to decorate the boat for Halloween as well.
Oh, that ought to be interesting.
I know, right? Mr. Tim
That's a
Mulaney
really good
said,
idea.
the Stones don't know the meaning of being embarrassed.
No, not at all. Coda, do me a favor. That blue Mad Cat's rod right in front of you. See all the slack in the line? Take care of that.
I agree, Yellow Brother. You said it was a great tournament. The kids really showed out. They really did. And, I love it that every single child, obviously, the winners, they got the rods and, all that stuff. But every single child that actually fished in it actually got some kind of prize. So I really like that. I'm glad when we can do that because it just means a lot. Hey there, Mr. Mike Sampson. How you doing, Mr. Sampy?
Hey, Sampy. Yeah, we first got here, we had a nice little cool breeze blowing off the river, but right now the it's just dead calm air, and the humidity is just terrible.
I'm glad here. We've had so many storms that have come through here like the last 5 days. It's been really humid here because we're normally like a drier heat. So it's not really that bad. I mean, I'm used to it. But with that humidity, that, makes it all muggy and sticky and, all the crappy stuff. And so I'm really glad that they're kind of past now. That way it's just back to normal heat.
Yeah. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. All right.
Right now here with the sun, out there, it says it's 105.
Hang on, he's still there. He pulled it down. He's holding pressure on it. I hope he ain't got you wrapped up.
That's right, Mr. Tim. He said they just do what they do and let the world deal with it as it should be. That's exactly right. Just got to be who you are and go with it. Mr. Brian B, how you doing, Mr. Brian? Great tournament. He said the chicken challenge tomorrow at 8 a.m. and that is Eastern time on the Bullock Experience. You've got Fields to Water in it, Hooks and Hammocks in it, Parker Pursuits in it, Denny Stone's in it, J Dog's in it, Brian B's in it, Muskrat Adventures is in it, Fishing Favor, and FOA Freddy's all in it.
Yeah, I think Fishing and Freedom, is he in it too?
No.
He's supposed to be.
Well, he's not. He wasn't in the list that Brian's put up there.
Well, I may have to just team up with him and go on the same. We'll use the same stream or the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll share
same window. Yeah, same window. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same window. Yeah.
I don't know. He pulled it down and he ain't let go of it.
Your little brother said, "I'm lurking, y'all. He's on the water tonight, and he's got to get himself in gear."
Yeah.
That's what my daddy always used to say. "Girl, get yourself in gear."
Yeah. Well, my dad said, "Get your butt in gear."
Well, yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Get your butt in gear.
I said, "Which gear you want me in, Daddy?" He'd always go overdrive. Then we'd be walking and he'd say, "Come on, keep up." And I'm like, "Hey, my 4 steps to your 1 step. you know,
Yeah.
because I wasn't very tall, still not very tall, but my daddy was tall. Okay. Brian B said, yeah, he is in it. He accidentally put Fish and Favor. So Fish and Favor's not in it. He meant Fishing and Freedom.
There you go. Because I knew that I talked to Parker and Richard, and both of them said they were in it. Go ahead, pick it up, reel it up if you want. See what's going on there. I think the fish got on there and wrapped you around something. See if you got any pressure on it.
Mr. NJ, where'd he go? Mr. NJ said, Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken challenge.
That catfish took her under some of that revetment, got her wrapped up. Let me go see if I get her loose.
That looks like a nice little place to fish right there. Yeah, I'll be watching the chicken challenge. Mr. Timalena said that Mr. Jerry Parker will win easy. Yeah, I think so too, you little brother. That is a beautiful scene out there. I think anytime you look out over the water, though, it's actually kind of pretty, no matter what it is. I was watching the other night another channel that I watch, and he was out there fishing, and he had 3 alligators right there. His lights were going out on him. And so he had the little bank part lit up and everything, and there was 3 alligators right there. And for some reason, his lights just started getting dimmer and dimmer and going out, and they were just getting closer and closer. And he finally said, "You know what? I think it's time to shut it down," because he goes, "If I lose my light," and it was pitch black. "If I lose my light, I can't see nothing." But I still think it's pretty to look out over there on that water. Mr. David Ogden said that some shade would be nice. That's why you got ball caps. Of course. Now, this is like a little safety reminder to everybody out there. If you're very sun sensitive, or you have to make sure you take care of your skin. So don't ever neglect your skin. Make sure you're wearing your sunscreen, because skin cancer is a very real thing. So, and you don't even realize that you're going to get it. So you have to always make sure you take care of your skin. Okay, back to the scheduled little show here. Yeah, that's just one of those spots, though. It looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, the bite has definitely slowed down. We thought we were going to get on some when we first got here because we were getting several hits.
Mr. Lloyd says, "Can I ask a question? Why is duck not used instead of chicken, or am I being too posh?" Mr. Lloyd, have you seen the price of duck?
If you, me and Richard Cluck went fishing back in January, and I actually found a goose that got hit by a car, and I caught a ton of fish. I mean, he was fresh, and man, I caught a ton of catfish on that goose.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just simply, I would say, if you're not shooting it on your own, or getting it on your own, it's just basically probably a price thing. because you try to go buy it, yeah, it's pretty expensive. I'll get squirrels, that if for some reason I accidentally hit one on the road, I'll go ahead and stop and I'll go grab them and I'll take them home and put them in the freezer.
Oh, absolutely. I clean every one of them that runs underneath my truck.
But it's not like I'm driving and going, hey, 2 points.
Yeah.
So I try to miss them as long, but squirrels.
Well, I always clean them, and I've got a pretty good pile of Cody, see that Uncle Lou rod? Keep an eye on it. Go. Get over there. Wait. Don't grab it. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here we go.
Get
Here
ready.
we go.
Wait for it. He pulled down hard. Let's see if he's going to hook up. It may be a gar, so let's give it a minute.
Wait.
Come on. Huh? I'm going to. He's steady tugging, but I don't trust it. I think it might be a gar.
Hey there, Mr. Lance. How you doing? Mr. Chris Hooks and Hammock said, wait, I just realized Richard Cluck is in the chicken challenge. We don't stand a chance.
I wasn't going to say it. I was waiting for y'all to catch on yourself.
Mr. Tim Molina said ducks are hard to pluck and catfishermen are lazy. That's why.
Yeah.
I've raised
You think
ducks.
he's on there? Reel down and hit him. Reel down and hit him. Reel down and hit him. Real fast. Hit him. Is he on there? Reel. Is he on there? He is?
Yep. I think she said, yeah.
No, I don't think he is. I think he caught my other line.
But we actually, because we'd raised so many chickens and so we had ducks and everything too. We have an egg license because we have to get licensed, by the state to be able to sell them. And anyway, we had sold them to some health food stores, and because there were 2 kids out there that were allergic to chicken eggs. A lot of people think that they're the same thing, like an egg is an egg, and it's not. So they could eat duck eggs, but they could not eat chicken eggs. So we would always sell the eggs, to that store so that those 2 kids, would be able to eat eggs, and the parents could fix, dishes and stuff like that they would just substitute the duck eggs. 922 says, I ain't plucking a duck. I got sharp knives. I can skin them. Hey there, Mr. Matt Wannabe. How you doing? Mr. Matt, that's Danny Stone out there with his granddaughter, Miss Koda. Mr. Lance says, can't wait till his custom Muddy River rod gets here. It's not Muddy River because I said he wasn't doing them then when I got mine, but I have a custom fishing rod that is done in, I got to, obviously it's because it's custom, I got to choose all the colors and everything. And my whole rod is done in Muddy Girl camo. It's Muddy Girl camo and hand, what do you call that? The little string or whatever, that goes around it. It's hand sewn, I guess, or I don't know what you call that. Hand wrapped, I guess, what you call it. Anyway, it's done all like that. And of course, they put your name on it and that kind of stuff. But I really like it. I've tried to find a rod sock to match it, but I couldn't find. I got a pink one, but I couldn't find a camo one. But those custom rods, they really are nice. Hey there, no BS. How you doing? And that's right, Mr. David. He said, all you daddies have a great Father's Day tomorrow. Yeah, so to all you daddies out there, y'all make sure y'all have a great day. Mr. Steve, I'm actually in the process now. As a matter of fact, I've got storms over there right now, and they're like the 90 plus percentiles of severe thunderstorms. Was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I'm going to be going back over there on Monday, taking some more stuff. And so far, my driveway is holding up now where it got repaired. Okay, BS, yeah. She said good most of the night was fishing with Miss Cindy. Okay, Mr. Tim, he said, gotta run. Take care, everybody. You have a blessed day, Mr. Tim. And there's Mr. Jerry, Mr. Parker Pursuits. He said, afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, they're probably all getting set up, getting ready, and they'll be joining us here after a while.
Yeah, because
y'all are. We'll leave here and go join them.
Yeah, y'all are Eastern time, aren't you?
We're Central.
Oh, you're Central. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 2:20. It's 2:20 Central.
Yeah, so we still got about 2.5 hours before the River Rat show.
Do you know that I was watching so much YouTube and so many different channels and all that stuff that I actually had clocks on my wall that were set to the different time zones?
That'd be a good idea.
I did.
Like you see, like in the old newsrooms, you'd see them, the newscasters sitting at the counter, and you see the clocks behind them. The different time zones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I don't have them now, but because I've taken them down. I have one clock up there right now. But yeah, it was just easier to have each one set at the different time zones, and just quickly look. I mean, yeah, it's easy to figure it out. But Mr. Jerry says just set up shooting production video.
Okay.
And
yeah, this river's low. But I know you guys can't see them out there, but there's actually a canoe, and they've got several of those swimming pool floaties, and they're over there on the Kentucky side over there, and swimming down the river.
I see something out in the water. I can't, it just looks like a little pinpoint or something, but I can see them out there.
That's a canoe, and behind it, they've got some of those little like inner tube things that you put in a swimming pool.
And
they're towing two of those behind the canoe, and there's people over there swimming. That's on the Kentucky side. They're a little crazier than us. But normally you wouldn't swim in this river because the undertow on it will get you quick.
So when you hit a certain point in the water, your craziness becomes a little less?
Yeah. I ain't about drowning. That's just two ways I don't want to die, and that's drowning or burn to death. One extreme to the other.
There's Miss Skipjack Cindy. How you doing, girl?
Hey, Cindy, that girl has been on fire lately.
Yep.
I mean, she has been catching fish like they're going out of style.
She's been catching a boatload. We'll say it that way.
Yeah. And doing it from the bank.
Lloydie says, Miss Becca, I'm in my bunker. I'm not exactly sure what you're calling your bunker, so I think I'm going to leave that alone. Mr. Steve Ransom says, Kentucky? I thought Danny was in Mississippi.
No, I'm in Missouri. I'm looking across the water at Kentucky.
And Mr. Lance is getting ready for the Avid tournament tonight. Mr. David said, yeah, there's always a clock saying New York and another clock saying London. Of course, as soon as I read that, when I see London, you know, how many of y'all think about that saying, I see London, I see, what is that? I see London, I see France, or is it I see Paris, or something like that, you know, I see such and such underpants. Mr. Lance says, I'm not happy. Caught 25 bluegills and grainies. Got home, changed water, didn't realize I turned the hot water on. So in other words, you made you made fish stock now. Wow. Those poor fish. It's like cooking a lobster.
Momo? Probably. Oh, trust me, if I got you on this river, your grandma's watching.
Miss Cindy knew the one about the underpants.
She just don't talk in chat. She just sits there quiet and watching, make sure we don't do nothing stupid. Yep.
Yeah, not everybody's loud like me.
No, she's wondering if her grandma's watching Stacia. I'm like, yeah, she's watching, guarantee it.
Yeah, I haven't seen her come in, but I'm sure.
She don't write chat. That way I can't catch. She can catch me.
Well, she ain't gonna catch you when you know she's
indicators up that she's there.
Mr. NJ says, have to head to my cousin's graduation party. Good luck, Mr. Danny and Miss Koda and everybody fishing tonight. See you, Becca. Have everyone in chat. You all have a good one. Have a blessed day, Mr. Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, brother. You know, I could go up there and get that tarp out of the truck and build you like a little shelter. Well, let me go chop down 2 trees and grab a tarp, and I'll build you something to get under real quick. Won't take but a minute. So you're worried about your tan lines being uneven? Give me a break.
No BS says, Mr. Danny, how many people y'all have on panel this evening?
It's going to be 4. Why, you guys want to come up and hang out with us? It'll be on Jerry Parker's channel. But I can drop the link if anybody wants to come up and hang out now too. If they're out fishing, they want to fish.
Yeah, are y'all out there fishing right now? No BS. Lance said earlier that that he was kind of a little upset. Okay, he was not happy. He caught 25 bluegills and greenies. He got home, changed the water out, and didn't realize that he turned the hot water on.
You know, I've tried clams, not oyster. Because oyster.
No BS said that they're still at the house right now, but they'll be headed out in a few.
Yeah, Cindy and Travis, if you guys get to the water, holler at us in chat. We'll drop the link. You guys come on up, and you can fish with us. And then Jerry Parker's going to start the show at 5 o'clock Central. But if you want to come up and fish with us, me and Koda, until then, you can come on up and do it. No problem. So head on out and give us a shout when you get there.
Mr. Lance said, Danny got his granddaughter with him to teach him how to fish.
Nah, my PB's a little bigger than hers. Yeah, you do know how to fish pretty good.
That's right. You know what? She's got a lot more time now to get her PB. No BS says, okay, sounds great, Danny.
We'll be looking for you.
I've learned from you too.
Yeah, you did learn from me too. And you picked up a couple bad habits on your own without me helping you.
Miss Koda, I used to go out when I was little. My grandpa, he's not with us anymore, but me and my grandpa used to go fishing before school every day and after school every day. So I know exactly how you're feeling out there.
Show Becca your shirt. What do you got on today?
Watermelons, I saw it.
Yeah, watermelon and looking like lemon and an orange slice.
Yeah, all the citrus fruits, the ones that are bright and just like Miss Koda.
She's been walking up down the bank, picking up fishing line and rolling it up into big wads and throwing it down here by my feet.
Well, that's good. That means she's already conscious about the environment and keeping everything clean.
She said, well, but mainly she's trying to find a line that she maybe find a sinker on it. And she's wanting to find gear. So she's cleaning it up, but she's mainly scavenging.
Oh, well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Find them sinkers. The more of you find, the less of mine you lose.
Mr. Lance said it's awesome seeing the younger generation out fishing.
Well, they really love that little old spot I took them to last weekend because it's a conservation lake and that's a great place for kids. I mean, it's got a lot of bullheads in it, but you can catch tons of channel cat, tons of bullheads. And I mean, the bite is just back to back down there and it keeps them occupied. They have, it's tied up in that revetment. Don't worry about it.
I bet Miss Koda would like going mudding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I say if she ever gets to come visit me.
We go out forward drive and drive through the mud and splash mud all over the place. You do that at your mom's already?
Yeah. So I said, if she ever does visit me or something, her and I are gonna have to go out and go mudding.
Oh yeah, they live way back up in the woods, where mom and dad's house is. Yeah, it's they got a little creek that runs behind their house full of crawdads and all kinds of stuff.
I love me some good crawdaddy boils. Mr. Lloydie says, my daughter enjoyed fishing too. It's good to have seen it. Brings back memories for me. Aw.
I know how to drive a full cooler by myself too. I meant, a cooler and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh, so you go out on the four-wheeler by yourself now?
Yeah, except when a few years ago at my aunt's house, I crashed like 3 times. I crashed in a tree, hit my head, but I had a helmet on. And then the second time, I went to go turn, so I want to go drive in a ditch, and I turned way too fast, and I went flying off the thing.
Girl, you need to be careful.
She's reckless. I don't know where she gets that from. Good. Thank God she blamed her mother. I saw that bullet heading toward me, but it did get turned real quick. I'm not reckless. Okay, yeah, and that's by your standards.
That's why I got
much.
That's why I got a four wheeler, and then I have a spare one, and then I have a spare one in case the spare one goes out.
There you go.
Mr. Lance says, can't wait to get my old but new boat to me out on the water soon. It's exciting when you get new toys, isn't it, Mr. Lance?
Well, we've got lines way out there, so
Like way up.
could be.
I like it. She's talking a lot more today.
Well, it's only because I was shy and I wasn't used to talk. So
Hi, it's understandable, I mean, you get shy and then you all of a sudden, you start talking and everything, then you get more comfortable, and it's just like us two girls up here just sitting there talking. And you know how girls talk. Or so I've been told.
I told you it's not going to be like at that lake that we went to last weekend. It's going to be slow. Yeah, they do bite crazy over there.
Are they on the Kentucky side?
Because I got a cousin that lives over there by you guys too that fishes there all the time. You can't untie that knot on that snack bag. You're just going to rip the bag.
Yeah.
Untie the knot because we need that bag to pick up trash when we leave. You already tore a hole in it? All right, go ahead.
Oh, well, it will be fine. We can tie it back.
Oh, Lord.
I want another fish, though.
I know. I want another fish too. I ain't even got one yet. You got one at least.
Yeah, but it was a drum. Your chips are in here. I need to eat those.
I'll eat them later.
We took forever to find those.
Says there's 37 people watching in here. Thank y'all so much for coming in.
Well, we'll have Cindy and Travis are going to be joining us here in a little while. And I know they're going to get on some fish.
And there's Takedown Catfish and Mr. Kenneth. He said Becca, Danny, and the young lady angler. And that is Miss Koda. That's Danny Stone's granddaughter. Steve Ransom says, I've been in places working and could overhear girl talk. Wow, I thought us guys were bad. You guys are bad.
Yeah, the bite is definitely slowed down, but this is the worst time of the day. But somebody wanted to get out here, so we're here.
It's hot as it was a week ago.
Yeah, we got a little breeze blowing now. We're okay.
Yeah, guys want to talk a lot more than what they let on. They really do. And for anybody coming in, shortly after the stream started, Miss Koda caught a drum on her brand new Mad Cat's rod.
Yep. Yeah, we were pretty excited. We just knew it was going to be a little, either a big channel cat or a little blue. As soon as I seen it come off the top of the water, I was like, well. Well, she's wanting to take her Mad Cat's rod with us to Florida in 2 weeks because she thinks she's going to get a shark on it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just really I'm not crazy about taking them bait casters down there in that salt water.
Yeah, that's true. Miss Koda said, tell your pawpaw to cook some hot dogs.
We brought tater chips and bologna sandwiches.
Well, that's just a smashed up hot dog.
Salt and vinegar or potato chips. Oh my God. So, okay, I'm sorry. You got salt and vinegar, potato chips, and bologna sandwich, right? Let me see the bag. Bring it here. What does it say? You're being too.
Glaze, kettle, cooked.
It's kettle cooked, salt and vinegar. Those are potato chips. Excuse me.
I don't care. It has a different flavor in them.
Here, go
Yeah,
eat your
they're fried. They're deep fried.
chip. I'm
Those
getting that look.
those kettle cooked ones are really good.
Yeah.
I want to get what's the name of this? I think it's
I like the one that's the cracked black pepper.
So you're going to target a bullhead shark. Now I think we're going to start you off with probably like an Atlantic sharp nose or a bonnet head. You're not going straight for the bullhead or the bull shark when we get down there.
well, there's also these sharks that don't really bite that are near the shore. I forgot.
Yeah, you probably not need to 922. I like making my own tater chips. From like whole taters.
Yeah, I've
And
done that.
yeah, I like it because number one, I can put any flavoring on them that I want to. I can control the salt. I can do all that. I can make them because, to be honest with you, I went to the steakhouse once and they had their own their home, tater chips or whatever. I can't think what you call them, but anyway, they had their little home one. And when they made them, it's like when they fried them and they cooked them, but some of them didn't get totally crispy. They were like a little bit crispy or a little bit crunchy and then a little bit kind of soft. And so I call it kind of like slightly underdone. And I don't know, I got hooked on those because they have their home ranch dressing as well. And anyway, I liked taking those and dipping them in that ranch dressing. So sometimes if I home make them, like here at the house, then some of them will obviously get crisp, but the other ones, I like them to be a little bit crunchy, like on the edges, and then some parts of it being a little bit underdone, I guess, or a little bit soft. Oh, is he on there?
Oh, did he get me wrapped up? He pulled it down real hard, but I think he got into that for that. We'll drop slack to him.
Well, we're going to see if he'll unwrap himself. Mr. David says, I like frying some chips and melt cheddar cheese on them and add sour cream and bacon bits. Yeah, kind of like little nachos, except tater chips. I actually don't fry them, though. I actually cook them in my microwave. You can do them in an air fryer, too, but I like doing them in my microwave. I've done the perfect, time and, everything on them, so I know exactly how to do them in there. A lot of people don't like using a microwave, but I think they do really well for tater chips.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. One of the downfalls of fishing concrete slabs. We've got a big fish on that. There he goes. He's pulling again on that Mad Cat's rod right there. He's on there. I don't know if y'all can see that bouncing.
Yeah, we
But
can.
he's underneath one of them slabs, and I can't get him out from under that.
Well, he's gonna have to work himself out.
I know it. I'm gonna drop a ton of slack. That's on a huge live bluegill. Yeah, it's alive. See, he's bouncing.
I sure hope he works himself loose or whatever so we can see this one. I always want to see the smart fish.
We're gonna let him sit for a little bit and see if he'll come out of there. But he's still on there. We're just waiting for if he bends that rod down again, then he's come out from under that concrete slab. Right now he's just tapping it.
So I want to see if he comes out because I like watching those smart fish.
Yeah, well, you lose a lot of them here because, see, like I said, you see these slabs. They go out to the water, and the current washes underneath them and creates like a cave, and those fish run straight for that every time. That's why it's so hard to fish here. But at the same time, there's a lot of flatheads hang out right here because they love getting under that concrete.
Especially when it rains, because they don't want to get wet.
I saw that fish. I'm wondering if that ain't the one we got on that line.
Something tells me, y'all, he ain't going to come out of there. Man, I remember that live stream. Who remembers that live stream where Creole, Mr. Gabe were out there? And they fought that sucker for, I think it was like 2 hours or something like that. Miss Koda, are you enjoying your summer so far?
Yeah.
I bet you look forward to that all year long.
Yeah.
Do you play, besides fishing and everything, do you play any kind of sports or anything?
Well, I want to do soccer, but I didn't get to because I got pulled out of school because kind of weird.
Okay. I never did the soccer thing. I had a friend who, she played soccer. I did softball, but I did softball, volleyball, and basketball.
Football said he broke it off.
He broke it off.
Oh, we wound up breaking him off.
Yeah, that's what Miss Koda said.
Yeah. That was a really good takedown on a giant live bluegill. But yeah,
Kind
fishing these concrete slabs, that is one of the challenges of it.
of breaks your heart when you have to break that line off.
I know it kills me, but I don't want him sitting there twisting around on that line for a long time, because then they get it wrapped all up around them, and then they're stuck there.
Right.
So I'll give them a few minutes. If they can't come out of there, I'll just break it off. That way they can pull that slack line, and at least they can, they can try to get rid of that hook somewhere else.
Not to mention major stress on them.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a great takedown. I don't know if we had the camera on it or not, but yeah, he smoked that mad catch rod.
Mr. Lloyd, he says he just had a packet of sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar chips. He said, "Man, I need more fluids."
Yeah. Yeah, she's drinking them salty vinegar chips, and she'll go through 10 Gatorades and a half gallon of water here in a little bit. Well, you'll need to. I think that was my last Chunky Cat's fishing rig from Triple City Anglers that just took. Now, I've got everything I need to make more of them, but that one was actually one that was made up and sent to me.
There was a lot of people earlier saying that was a party place out there. It looks like a party place to fish.
It is, but it is also an extremely challenging spot to fish too.
Now, why are all those? I mean, what was that? Why do you have all those concrete?
The Corps of Engineers, they put those along the bank to keep it from eroding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they dump miles and miles and miles of it. And I mean, I'm sure you can see all that big giant, the granite rocks, the riprap rocks down that way. But there's still these concrete slabs underneath those rocks. And they go for as far as you can see down through there. I mean, the amount of money they spent to put that out here, I just couldn't imagine what it cost.
Yeah, but I mean, if it keeps it from eroding and everything, in the long run, we're talking about hundreds of years from now too. They'll be glad they did.
Oh, absolutely. Because this bank ain't going nowhere. It's basically solid concrete.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smart. They were thinking ahead, because look at how many highways out there. Back when you were little or whatever, there was like a 2-lane road, just opposite traffic, 2 lanes. And if they would have really thought ahead, because they didn't know that the population was going to explode, but it's like now they're constantly doing construction on highways, trying to widen them and widen them and widen them.
Yeah, and it's far more difficult now because the amount of traffic you have to reroute and all that, and get traffic jams, traffic accidents. Just it's just one thing after another.
Mm-hmm.
But that's called growth, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, they just weren't thinking about that when they were doing their little horse and buggies. And then, of course, when they had the cars come into it, they didn't go over like 30 miles an hour.
True.
Kind of wish vehicles cost the same like they did way back then. I think back in those days, I think would they spend like $2,000 or something for a vehicle?
Oh yeah, I found some old newspaper clippings of back when I was a baby, and you could buy a car for like $1,200 and stuff like that, and that was one of the upscale that nobody could afford vehicles back then.
Mr. Lloydie says we got plenty of sea defenses like that in the UK. I think he's talking about, that those erosion blockers.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm gonna call them, erosion blockers.
that's basically what they are. They can slap all kinds of names on it, but they all still do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Ray, but that's a text message and ain't no delivery. That's why I have to set different ringtones for my text messages and everything. But if it's just a generic, like don't know who it is, or I mean, you can't set one for like every single person. But because when you get a delivery, you get a text message sometimes, and she now knows, she relates that sound to someone fixing to be at the door. So every time that happens, she starts going nuts thinking that that's her cheeseburgers fixing to get delivered.
Yeah, all of our dogs have they've come to know what Stacey's car sounds like and what my truck sounds like. And we could be 2 blocks away and they will jump up in the window and be looking before we even come close to getting there. It is so fun because we've got cameras up in the house that go to the phone. And especially when we go on long trips and we've been gone for like a week or so, and we'll turn on the cameras on her phone and watch the dogs, and you can see they're laying on the couch and on the floor and around, and we'll be about 2 blocks away, and all of a sudden you'll see their ears all stand up and they'll jump and run to the window and look out. And every time it's when we're like within 2 blocks of the house.
Yep. These dogs here, they always know when the DSO, turns on the end of the road. Actually, I'm very thankful for my diesel because I got rear-ended the other day. And so I'm very thankful for it.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, that guy's car didn't fare too well because he ran into the hitch.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. The only bad thing is, you do get, obviously, because, they do hit you and you get sore and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I have hitches on everything.
Yeah, Brantley went home to stay with his mom for a week, and then he's going to be back down. He hasn't even seen his Mad Catz rod yet, but he'll be back next weekend. And I'm probably going to wind up taking them back down to that little lake with all them little bitty catfish just to let the kids all catch something.
Yeah, they're a load of fun. Mr. Lloydie says horses were allowed to go faster than cars back in the day. Horses still have the right of way in the UK.
I would almost venture to bet that if you looked up in city ordinances in some towns across the country, that's probably still the same here.
Probably.
It'd be old laws. I mean, you could go back in the books and find old laws that would just amaze you, that are still on the books that nobody ever thought to take off of there. Like I saw one time that a sheep was not allowed to ride in the front seat of a truck. And that, I forgot what state that was in. It seemed like it might have been Utah. I don't know. But they have a law that sheep are not allowed to ride in the front seat.
I know, man. My sheep, they used to argue all the time. They would get their, they'd always sit there and say, what's that thing that you call when you
Let's
get there?
start yelling shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun. They would fit once we finished shearing them, because I did used to shear sheep, and once we finished shearing them, then they could fit up there. If they were still had all their wool on, they couldn't fit up in the front seat.
Yeah, I'll take up too much space, all fluffy and.
Matter of fact, the barn that I used to shear them in, that has now been turned into like one of those places that you can go rent out, to throw your parties or have weddings and stuff like that in. But that used to be the barn that I used to shear them in.
Huh. Shearing shack.
922 says 1972 Nova was $2,500 new, fully loaded. Watch one sell on Barrett for $85,000. Wow.
All right, we got that line rigged up again with a pretty lively little feller. We'll throw him out there. He's got them fins a wiggling.
He looks like he's saying, bye, bye, bye.
Yep, we're going to put him out there.
I know that. I'm a truck girl. I've been a truck. I haven't really owned a lot of cars in my lifetime. I have when I first started out. And I had my little sports car and all that kind of stuff. But I've just been a truck gal the whole rest of my life. But I'm telling you, if I ever had the opportunity, if you get back and you say, okay, what would be the one car you'd own or whatever? Mine would be a 63 Corvette. That's what I would want, 922. That was the only year that they made the double windows in the back, or, the split windows in the back. I gave up back when I was 16, y'all. I can't even believe I did this. But when I was 16, I could have purchased a 1965 cherry red mint condition Mustang for $500.
Oh my God.
And way back then, even though I had driven the Suburban and, all that stuff, I guess because I'd always driven bigger vehicles, it was a friend of my daddy's, and he was willing to, to do that for my daddy because, my daddy done a lot for him and stuff. And, but I turned it down because I thought that, I knew me, and I knew as soon as I got into a car crash, I'd be dead. So I turned it down. Y'all, if I could go back in time, I'm telling y'all, I'd go back and get that sucker. There's Fishing with Bacon in the house. How you doing, Mr. Bacon? Mr. Lloyd, he said, he can imagine the ship on the seat, instead of like a little a kid or whatever, them saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I'm just waiting on. Yeah, I can't believe people aren't coming up with more sheep jokes from that whole thing we went through.
All I do is think of the movie Babe, Bar M.U., Bar M.U.
Yeah.
Do your please your clan be true. I loved that movie.
Yeah, I think the kids got it on DVD.
Yeah. I didn't particularly care for the sequel, to it as much. Yeah, the one that was Babe Pig in the City. I didn't like that one as much, but I liked the first one. 922 said, sad part. He's talking about that 1972 Nova. He said, oh, wait a minute. Or you talk about a Mustang. He said, sad part is my dad bought me one for $5,000 when I turned 18, completely redone it. I wrapped it around a tree in 1999. If I could go back in time, I know. What you want, Tater Bug?
Found a rock. I don't think you'll have too much trouble finding rocks here. There's plenty of them for you to find.
Up in the air says, tell her to noodle a catfish. Is that an old boat ramp?
Well, you know what? There's two things. Number one, above all, her grandmother would kill me. Number two, that's illegal in Missouri. We're not allowed to do that. To go underwater and grab a catfish out of the hole. To reach under there and feel with your hands and grab them.
I would never do that.
She said, I would never do that.
I've done it. I did it a long time ago, though. I have no desire to do it now. Not
Well,
after one incident I had.
if you've seen some of the size of the giant alligator snapping turtles in here, you'd be kind of hesitant to stick your hands underwater where you can't see what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I said. I did it, and I had an incident. And after that one, I was done. I'm just going to stay on top of the water. 922 says, oh, he was talking about the Nova, even though Fords are the best things that he's ever seen in his entire life.
Did he say Ford?
Yeah, he said he was
Okay,
talking
well,
about the Nova when he.
along.
That's not what
You
he
know
really
what?
said. That's not what he really said, but that's what I said he said.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't care what you stick on the front bumper. You can put Ford, Chevy, GMC, Toyota, whatever. If they make it, I can break it.
He really said the Nova. He said Ford sucked. That's what he said. But
Yeah.
I improvised and said what he should have said. To be honest, I mean, it's, everybody has their own, everybody has their own brands that they like and, manufacturers and all that stuff. And there's good and bad in all of them, so it just depends on how you take care of it and what you want to do with it. And cause it's like, I love Cummins engines and those are in Dodges. I told him 922 before you even said that.
Koda, go ahead and reel your Mad Cat's rod up. Let's put some fresh bait on there. Reel it up fast. Get it off the bottom away from them rocks.
Yeah, Up in the Air says that she needs to watch Hannah. Isn't her name like Hannah Barbera or Hannah Barra? Hanna-Barbera?
Hanna-Barbera?
Is that her name?
Oh, you talking about Hannah Montana or?
No, he's talking about the noodling girl.
Oh, Hannah Barron.
Barron. Yeah, okay, there you go. I can't remember her last name.
Are you hung up? All right, I'm on my way.
Yeah, Mr. David said, I'm sure we all have that one car we wish we still had. 922 says, new cars stick all way around, but 83 back, all were good cars. So I said, when I was little, we had, my daddy had, I love that old red Chevy he had. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Chevys, but he had this one old red Chevy, and I always loved it. And of course, we had Suburbans, and so we had, we've had Dodges, we've had, I know a lot of people absolutely love the Toyotas. But when you get a really good deal on Fords, because your ex-husband worked for Ford, you kind of tend to go with Ford.
I figure Cindy and Travis ought to be showing up here shortly.
922 said older towies were awesome. Boy, I tell you, they were. I'm still looking. I'd like to get me a full size Bronco to make into a mutton truck. I find the small ones all the time, but I like the full sizes are getting harder and harder to find. The last time I was in Arkansas, I went mudding with this one guy who had a lifted Bronco up on 56-inch wheels. Talking about trying to get into that sucker, I said, you need to put a ladder on this thing to get up into, because you literally had to stretch your leg, from obviously from the ground all the way up to about your head level, to try to get up into that thing. And I said, yeah, you need to put either a drop down ladder or something in there. Matter of fact, when I got up in it, I didn't even know it at the time, but I actually split. I was wearing jeans, and I actually split the back of my britches. I didn't even realize it until later on, when after we had done gone mudding and everything, we came back and we were sitting there, at this little get together afterwards and everything, and we were out there dancing, and this one person said, "Hey, you want to dance?" And I said, "Okay." And so we got out there. And I tripped over my own. Well, actually, we tripped over each other's feet or whatever. We both went down, and I was flat on my back on the ground. And of course, my knees were kind of bent. And somebody had snapped a picture, and that's when I learned that that my pants had split in the back, because they show up in the picture. I mean, obviously, I knew it when I got home, but. 922. I've actually shown that picture of me on the ground like that. I've shown it up there. I put it as my icon one day and just showed it I didn't leave it up there. I just showed it for a split second. Of course, it's really small, because it's a little icon. But yeah, that was a lot of fun that day. Moral to the story, though, put a ladder on, those big old lifted trucks so people can get up in them. "922 said that he had a Toyota, was like the S10, can't remember the name, but I drove the frame back out of it and it still ran."
I know the little truck I used to have that was similar to the S10 was a Sonoma. Little 4-cylinder van. That truck was nice.
Yeah, well, I've heard a lot of good things about the Sonomas.
Yeah, I used to fill the tank up on it and drive for a month.
I've heard a lot of good thing about the Tundras. I need to get me another. I had the Dukes of Hazzard horn on one of my four-wheelers, but I wore it out. I need to get me another one to put on it. They used to know exactly which mud hole I was in. They'd be at camp, and I'd be out there. And they told me that all of a sudden I'd hear, because they wanted me to play that horn so they would remember where I was at, because I was always out there in the mud. And they just didn't love it as much as I did. And so I made sure that I did it in case, all of a sudden if they didn't hear the horn in a little bit, they would go to the last place they heard the horn. $9.22 says, Danny, you ever see the Chevette diesel? Mr. Danny?
What?
922 says, Danny, you ever see the Chevette diesel?
Never have. I sure have. That's a new one on me. Yeah, this wasn't our first choice of spots to fish today, but
There was one area that we wanted to go to, but a guy was already
yeah, there was people already there. And even there's plenty of room there. I just don't like crowding in around people. I don't. If somebody's at a spot, I won't even stop there.
Well, I think I've been up here about an hour and 15. I'm going to have to jump down off of here.
All right, sis. We appreciate you. And I know Koda was tickled when you came in here.
Oh, I just love that girl.
Right there.
Look at that smile. Like I said, man, her smile just lights up the world. You know,
Yeah.
She does remind me of like me when I was her age.
Yep.
So
I can imagine.
And you know what, girl? You never grow out of it, just so you know. You just keep being you.
But she's a good kid, though.
Well, that's exactly right. I was always a handful, but I'm a good kid.
Yeah. Her and her brother, that 1 minute they'll be playing together like they're the best friends in the world, and the next minute they're rolling on the floor, beating the crap out of each other.
Yep. Me and my older brother, we used to sit there and
hurt
build.
each other, though. I mean,
Yes, we have.
have you? I said they've never hurt each other because yes, we have.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Sometimes we'll start getting in a fight in the car. We'll start pulling hair, pulling arms.
Me and my older brother, I don't remember what we got into at once, but yeah, we were like, I mean, we were getting into it, and he grabbed me and I grabbed him, and we were like, rough housing or whatever we were doing. Anyway, and my ankle to my foot, the heel of my foot, the back portion went right through the wall. My folks were none too happy about having to replace all that and fix it.
Well, I think the most fun we've ever had is when we did we took the drive down to Florida, pulling the camper behind us with the kids in the back seat. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Usually I go to sleep though and sleep the whole way.
Yes, when you guys go to sleep, it is a wonderful trip.
Okay, y'all. Like I said, y'all have fun and good luck out there. And I know that you'll be going over to Parker's here in a little while. So,
yeah.
So anyway, y'all all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all later. Toodles, y'all.
All right. Thanks again, Becca. Bye. And we may shut this down and move somewhere.
Yeah, we're not getting no bites.
Well, the bite's tough right now. The spawn's on.
We're getting tied up here.
Well, we can go back in by town up there at that one spot, but I guarantee you're not going to get any bites there. We can go to the first place that we went to today, but I don't think we'll have phone signal there. Yeah, it did look nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a heart.
Papa, it doesn't matter. As long as you see a heart.
We're not carrying that rock back to the house. Cuz I'm not carrying a rock up that bank. I'm not doing it.
I can do it.
Break your neck. There we go. There we go. John Boy, what's going on? Koda, as soon as we got here, Koda caught a drum right off the bat on a piece of skipjack. We had one really good takedown on the Mad Cat's rod a while ago, but it's tangled us up in this concrete block, so had to break it off. Time is at 3:20. I'll tell you what, we'll go till 4 o'clock. That's 40 more minutes. And then we'll shut this down and we'll move and we'll catch up with Parker and them. Yeah. So we're going to stay live for 40 more minutes because she's wanting to move. And I don't want to try to move while we're live. So we'll go 40 more minutes. Then we're going to move and then we'll be back on Parker Pursuit's channel this afternoon. You want to go to that first spot with you? Don't go out there that far. You fix to get me in trouble. Yeah, you know, dadgum good well, your grandma's watching it. See, sees you walk out there more knee deep, she's going to skin my head. Said, gonna try this for last time phone locked up. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna stay live for about 40 more minutes or 38 more minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this down and we're gonna move and get ready to do the River Rat show at 5 our time. That'll give us an hour to get moved and set up somewhere else. And I got a pretty good idea where we're going. We may not have phone signal there, but we're going to try it. So one drum and one good takedown so far. And I know that that big takedown was not a drum because they don't run underneath those rocks like the catfish do. All right, let's see here. There we go. We got you.
Oh boy, man, I am ugly. Whew. You got you
Good to
gotta
see
go
you.
full speed. Oh my God, I didn't realize I looked that bad on camera.
Oh no, you look great.
Oh God. And one, thank you for getting Dakota out there with that new Mad Cats.
Yeah.
Might have been a drum, but you know, at least it was a fish.
Well, like I said, she's caught a fish on it today. It wasn't the fish we were after, but she caught a fish on it on her first time fishing with it. So we're happy about that. But yeah, we're gonna go
Oh,
about another. We're gonna go probably another 35 more minutes, and then we're gonna shut it down and make a major move and be ready and go up on the River Rat show with Jerry Parker and them in about an hour
oh,
and a
I'll be
half.
watching it. Ugh. I'm still in my dirty ass work clothes. Oh, I gotta watch that. Kids involved. But yeah, I figured I'd come up and try to read some. I just got to figure all this stuff out here. Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Chat button.
Well, this is the place to learn it when there ain't nothing really going on. It's a
Uh,
good time to practice.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get chat to show up here so I can help you out there. Hit the chat button. All right, something's going wrong on rookie. That's what it is. It's a rookie. Oh, now I can see all the comments, but I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to pick between one or the other.
Like I said, I'm a rookie to this. I ain't even put out any videos yet because I haven't figured out how to record them, upload them, or any of that yet. So,
Well, that's why you jump up and figure it out, because times like this is a good time to do that. When the fish is a little slow, you get up there and do a little experimenting and figure out what works and what don't. Because there's no better teacher than actually doing it. But she really wanted to, I guess we lost him. John Boy, how late are we staying out? I'm not sure how long those guys are staying out tonight. Me and Koda are going to probably fish right up till dark, and if we're catching fish, we'll stay longer. But if we're not, we're gonna probably leave out at dark. But Parker and them may stay longer. But she wanted to fish in this spot because this is where back her mom came fishing with us a long time ago when she was still a baby, and her mom caught a giant flathead right here. So we were hoping that she would carry on the tradition and get on a big flathead just like her mom did. There you go. You're back.
oh, there we go. Oh, I apologize for that. I'm a rookie.
No, no, no,
I hit
no.
the
It's
wrong
okay.
button.
We're you're giving us something interesting to do right now anyway, because the fish aren't biting. We're in this spot, but we're definitely
Oh,
going to make a move. I know another spot where I'm about 90% sure we will get on fish. We're just really not sure about the phone signal in that location, so we're going to be rolling the dice on that.
well, I can't see if I'm on with you. Put yourself on full screen because I do drink adult beverages. I don't want people to
Okay, there you
see
go.
that. So.
Yeah, we
Uh,
were really hoping to pull
David,
one out of this spot, though.
I think there is something to the moon phases, and I think Danny will agree. There is something to it, but it's not as important as bait presentation and time on the water. You'll learn a
That's
lot.
it. The biggest thing is, hey, there's been times I've sat in a spot and not had a single bite for 8 hours, and then all of a sudden the fish would turn on, and I would catch 10 or 12 fish just within 30 minutes.
I mean, I've caught catfish, crappie, and bluegill. They all go on the certain moon phase. It's all been at the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, I got a hardly one by. That's the only bad thing
Yeah,
about me going, doing this stuff from my garage. I'm right on the major throughway through the town, state highway. Ugh.
well, we are definitely going to take advantage of that last hour before the river rat show starts and get into a more comfortable and likable position as far as where we want to be on the river. And plus, I'm kind of wanting to get to a spot where once it starts getting dark, that we don't have to climb up all of that to get out of here. You know
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't blame you. Oh, I don't blame you a bit.
Fish or no fish, we're going to get in a spot where, safety is always number one. And we'll have to carry we got so many trips to carry so much gear out of here that I want to get somewhere where we can safely walk up a nice clean path without tripping on rocks and falling and breaking a leg or an arm, because that is not fun to do in the dark.
No, they ain't. Yeah. No. Man, I'm a boat fisherman, so I just got to worry about the other aspects of it, current, uh, other boaters. That's all I got to worry about.
Well, I hear a boat coming right now, and that boat sounds familiar. I'm looking at it. I'm almost betting you. I don't know if you can see that boat going there. See that boat? I'm pretty sure that's Richard Cluck.
Well, wave him down.
That sure looks like his boat. Yeah,
Homes.
I think that's Richard. I'm trying to get a better eyeball on him. I'll be able to tell by where he goes because we fish pretty much the same spots on the river, especially when we're in his boat. And if he heads for that spot, then I pretty much know it's Richard.
Oh, Nate came in. I don't know if you've seen him. Nate Wabash Nate popped in waving. I know one thing. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a second device so I can see what's going on and read chat too.
Let's see how much time we got left here. We still got 28 minutes to go before we pack up and make our move. But like I said, we will be back on there on Parker's channel at 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern.
Nate's wishing all the fathers happy Father's Day. And Grandpa, or Papa, I think she calls you, right? Or
Yeah, Pawpaw.
Papa, Papa.
She calls
Okay.
me Pawpaw and Stacia Mawmaw.
Oh. I know one thing. I miss my kids being that little one going fishing with me.
Well,
Let's see. My oldest is.
we went last weekend, and it was just fish after fish after fish after fish. We were fishing on a little conservation lake that was just plumb full of channel cats and bullheads, and they even hooked a few turtles. But that's the toughest part when you take them to a spot like that, and if you got 2 or 3 rods biting at the same time, and you come here and you fish for, an hour or 2 hours just to catch one fish, it's a heck of a change.
Yes, it is. And I think I don't know if you read my comment. Is you're teaching them the bad habits, catching turtles.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Richard or not, because he shot way past the spot we normally fish. And he's still going. Of course, he might have found some new spots.
Yeah, this Father's Day is going to be a little rough for me. It's going to be 5 years since my dad passed away, but I'll be hopefully putting some fish in the boat tomorrow.
Well, the spot we're going to move to, like I said, I don't know if we'll have signal there. I hope we do. But the thing about it is, there's a whole bunch of stuff around there where she can do some exploring and keep her mind occupied while she's waiting on a fish to get on the rod.
The nice thing about it is there's no electronics involved. No cell phones, no video games, just nature.
Yeah. But she spends her share time on the video on the phone, but she'll put it down to go fishing though. That's one thing I got to give her credit for. When you put your phone down and say I'm going fishing. Yeah, I know you're always on your phone, but you ain't on your phone when you're fishing.
Yeah, I can tell she's your granddaughter.
Yeah. Yeah, she's ready to get on a catfish. Her patience level's wearing thin, I think.
I don't know if chat stopped or if my. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah, it was way behind.
Yeah, the last thing I see on chat is David Ogden saying, "You too, Nate."
Yep, that's. I think I was clear back up when I told Nate hi when he was waving. I had to reach. Oh. I'm used to sitting in the background, nobody hearing me or seeing me. So
Yeah, but the thing about it is, you're always there, and it's much appreciated. I don't know if I've ever had a live stream or something that you didn't at least pop in and say hi.
oh, I try to. Yeah.
Well,
Gets
like I said, we
gets too
appreciate
late,
it.
It gets too late. Well, I work anywhere from 10 to 16 hours, so I start watching the live and I fall asleep, and then I see the shorts and stuff, all these big fish that was caught, and I'm like, where the heck was I? I gotta go back and rewatch it and see when I fell asleep. Right now, my mother-in-law passed away and left me with a Great Dane. She's 12. She's getting older and more knees. She keeps bugging me. She's spoiled rotten. What? The door's open. Go outside. Oh, I know what she wants. She wants me to open the gate so she can go out in the big yard. Oh. When I bought my house, there was an older house beside it that somebody had, I don't know, come into a settlement or something, bought, and was going to fix it up. And well, him and his wife broke up, so he just started leasing it out to whoever would give him money. And wasn't always good people. Well, when he finally did, I offered him several times different amounts, and he'd never take it. And last time he called me and said, "Well, I want to sell it. What do you give me?" And I offered him half of what I did the last time, and he took it. So I tore the house down, and I got a big yard for my dog. So that's what she was wanting, to get out in the big fenced-in yard where she can lay out in the sun. When I switch the chat, don't. Oh, well, okay. I gotta switch back and forth. That's weird.
Yeah,
You
we'll
hear
make
me
a move
talking
here
to
in about
myself.
we'll make a move here in about 20 minutes. We're gonna be we're gonna look for a spot that's a little bit shadier, a little easier access, and hopefully had some fish on it. Because we had to do a lot of work to get all this stuff down here, but we wanted to try this spot. But it's been this spot here's had a lot of pressure put on it lately. Because if you go up above the rocks on top of the levee up there, there's just row after row after row of campfires where people have been spending the night here fishing. Yeah, of course, we'll probably lose about half these rigs when we reel up.
I wish I had the money I've gotten rigs and hooks and crap that I've lost over the years. Now, I'm curious, Danny. I have to switch over to chat to type something in. Does it actually show up? Because I don't see it on my when I go back to the comments.
It showed up in private chat.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, in other words, I think the only one that can see it is me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That chat would
it
be
gives me a little.
chatting with you.
It pops up on a little number one down there on my screen at the bottom, saying that there's one chat in the private chat room, and I click on that and go over
Oh,
and look.
okay.
See,
So the chat is the private
is the one
chat,
you
and
was
the
writing, John
comments
Boy?
is yeah. Yeah, I'm new to this StreamYard stuff, so
Ooh, that breeze
I'm
feels
actually
good.
surprised that didn't lock me up. The last time somebody wanted me to come up and every time I did, it locked my phone up. So I'm surprised it went through this time.
Yeah, when we shut down here, that gives us an hour to get packed up and moved, and we'll probably be a little bit late for Parker's channel, but we will be there because we're going to really be rushing it to get packed up out of here and get moved to a different spot.
I'll definitely be watching. Well,
I'm pretty sure the Creole's going to be fishing tonight. I think he is. I know he's still been getting on fish earlier today.
You know what? I'm telling you what, he needs to quit doing the cooking shows because every time he does, it costs me $100. And it tastes good. I tried to follow his, I wouldn't say recipe, but his instructions, and man, it tastes damn good. Oh, good. That's going to be my problem with lives. I got to watch my language when the kids do that. Huh. David says, "Start lining in, Danny. Make the move."
Yeah, we're fixing to here shortly. About 15 more minutes. And
Sunfish for fish says, "Here, fishy, 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 fishy."
yeah, they're out there, but and we're gonna find a spot where we're not gonna get hung up as much too. Which I mean, I've got like 10 spots in mind. We're gonna do a quick run, and we'll stop and look at each one of them and see what we think, and we'll go from there. But
I got a friend of mine.
we'll be back. We'll be back fishing again here in about an hour and 15 minutes. On Parker's channel. So we will be back. We're not going to shut it down and go home.
I was called back up to looking through that. Sorry, I got lost in comments. Oh, I don't see the buffalo and carp jumping anymore. He said, David Ogden.
Yeah, they're still jumping. They're just not. They're doing it kind of sporadically right now. They were just every couple seconds you'd see them jumping out of the water.
Now I've heard Martin's voice, so it's a good thing. Hi, Martin. Finally get to say hi, voice wise. Tell him not to give away all the U.S. Secrets, that he gathered while he was here.
Yeah, I think she's pretty much ready to make a move. She's sick of this spot.
Oh.
I told you earlier, I said, we're going to have bugs eating up on you. I don't care. I can take it. That's exactly what you said. I told you, those big old flies will bite you and leave marks. Take a chunk out. I don't care. I can take it. Remember who said that? Wasn't me. That was you.
About?
Oh, that was you that said that. Wasn't me. No, I know for a fact it was you. Oh, yeah. You can try that smile on somebody else. I don't fall for that crap no more. Them puppy dog eyes don't work no more. They're broken.
Yeah. She just ain't playing them at the right time. That's all it is.
Oh, no. I've dealt with them for a long time. Oh, yeah.
Is it them little black flies you're always talking about?
Yeah, we got the little tiny black flies that'll bite the plug out of you, and it'll actually draw blood. Then, of course, you got the big old giant horse flies. Those are no fun.
Oh, yeah, them's the worst. And I have to deal with those because I actually have 2 horses that I inherited too. So
yeah, them horse flies ain't no joke. They'll light you up.
and they get bigger every year.
Yep. They're mutating.
Oh, they've been poisoning them for so many years with the stuff they get immune to it, and heck, they just get stronger and stronger.
Exactly.
Oh.
Let's see how much time we got left. 11 more minutes, Koda. Hang in there. Hang in. 11 more minutes. It's going to take us 4 trips each to carry all this stuff up that bank. Yeah, but it always takes more to get out than it. You can carry stuff down in 3 trips, but it's going to take 4 to get it out of here. Because you're always tired or you don't carry as much.
That is true.
I'm talking about anybody, not just you. Yeah. At the end of the day, you're tired and you can't carry as much, and you'll carry less stuff so you can make more trips.
Well, I will say, Danny, I definitely have to invest in a second device so I can actually see what's going on and help you out.
There ain't more boys so that land on the
Well, kill that horsefly. It'd be all right. Nobody's going to get mad.
I won't complain. Hell,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
heck,
there's an organization out there that protects horseflies. Hey, is that aerator still working on that pump over there? See if you can hear that little motor humming. Okay, good.
Oh man, that's
Because if
what
it
I
shuts
should have
down,
been
we got to
looking
change the
at.
batteries in it. Yeah, the last time we fished up there at Trail Tier State Park, way upstream of here, I had a cooler. It had about 25 real nice bluegills and sunfish in there. And went and set up on the bank. And me and my cousin Austin was sitting there for about 45 minutes and went to get a bluegill out of the tank and didn't know it, but the pump had quit and they were all dead. So we started chopping them up, throwing them out as fast as we could.
Ooh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah. Well, we got about 8 more minutes, and then we're going to shut it down and move and get ready to meet up with Jerry and all them. So, but I'm
I know
most
I
definitely going to
definitely
get some
will
more. It's a
be
lot
trying to
easier to get
pop up.
around.
Oh, I know I will be definitely trying to pop up more often with you and the guys and try to get all this figured out. Get used to how I do this.
Yeah, after a few times of doing it, you'll have it all figured out and it gets way easier.
I got tomorrow I'm be testing out a booster I bought for the boat because my lake, all these tournaments and stuff, I'd love to get into them, but I just don't have no signal out there. There's only one
Yeah,
spot on the lake.
to me, that's the toughest thing about a tournament. Uh, is not having a spot to fish where you know you're gonna get on fish. It's having a spot where you know you're gonna have signal. Because a
Yeah,
lot of times you're
exactly. I
forced
got
into
it.
spots that you don't want to be, where it's not as good of fishing conditions, but that's where you got to go because no phone signal.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those places that I'm I'm in central or east central Ohio, and there's three lakes that I can fish and catch fish consistently. In all three of them, the signal stinks. So I'm hoping this booster will help out.
Oh, we come out here, both of us, with uh, dreams of catching a monster catfish on these Mad Cats rods and cashing in that $500 check. And, it can still happen before the night's over. We'll see. Yep. Dropped your Uncle Lou hat. Well, we got 6 more minutes, Coda. We're almost there, and then we'll pack up and make a move. But we always give them fish every minute that we promised them. If we tell them we're going to stay till a certain time, we do. That way, if they decide to bite right before we go, we can get them. Well, we're going to find a cooler spot. Well, we will. Fish on, Ed Evans. What's up? Anything on the new rod yet? She caught right at the beginning of the stream. She threw a rod out and she caught a drum, and that's it so far. We had a big takedown on the blue Mad Cat's rod, and it got caught up in the concrete slab out there, and we lost it. But we're going to pack up here in a few minutes, and in about 4 more minutes actually, and we're going to make a big move, and then we're going to get together with Jerry Parker, Richard Cluck, and Creole here in about an hour. And we'll be live on Jerry Parker's channel, Parker Pursuits, in about an hour. But me and her are going to move to a different spot before we get there to do that. Yep. Yep. Don't smash your sandwich. Well, it's in a bowl, isn't it? Okay. You better drink that juice fast. You got about 3.5 minutes, and we're going to pack it up. Well, I don't want you getting sick on it. Hey, Tim. Let's see, 922. Hey, Danny, phone's dying. Got to get charger. Thank you for letting me up. You're absolutely, brother. No problem. So we're fixing to shut it down anyway and go get ready. We're going to pack up and move and get ready for the River Rat show tonight at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Be live on the River Rats on Parker Pursuits channel. They had the whole gang going at it. So we're getting ready to shut it down and make that move here just real shortly, within the next few minutes. Well, we got about 2 more minutes. You did what?
I said I taste.
You taste McDonald's fries in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's probably because you're eating them chips.
Well, McDonald's fries are.
I don't know. You're weird anyway.
You're the one who eats McDonald's.
I don't like McDonald's. You like McDonald's. I don't hate McDonald's, but I'm not going to drive to go get it.
I like it.
If you go get it and bring it to me, I'll eat it. But I'm not going after it. Well, I'm not driving to get it.
And you want to get
Subway and Taco Bell, yeah.
Taco.
I'd rather have Subway than McDonald's.
I got up Subway too, but they got my. That's upset about that.
Yeah, I know.
So my mom got me.
I know it. You got your order wrong, so you got a whole new sandwich. Well, that's the way it goes. And 922 Coffee Barbecue says, Koda, sweetie, kick their butts this evening. He will be watching. Well, we're going to move and get to a spot where we might have some butt kicking going on. But it ain't going to be here. This spot here, Darren Doornail.
Pretty quiet here too.
Yeah, it is quiet here. Fish are starting to jump again, though. We got less than a minute, girl, and then we'll pack up and move.
Finally.
Well, we're fixing to move. You ain't just hold on to yourself. Keep your britches on. We're going to move here in a minute. Don't get your panties in a bunch. There it is. That's 4 o'clock. All right. Guys, we're going to shut it down. We're going to pack all this up, and we're going to make a major move. We will see you in 1 hour from right now, 1 hour from now, on Jerry Parker's channel, which is Parker Pursuits. We'll be joined by Jerry Parker, Richard Cluck, Jeremy DeFore from Creole Catfishing, and me and Koda will be there. Hopefully we can get all this done in an hour and get to a good spot. We'll see you guys shortly. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back shortly. Bye, everybody.